You know, the problem with modern Democrats isn't so much the obstructionism, socialism, or solipsism. It's more so that after the advent of the Obama administration, everyone's favorite teleprompter-in-chief gradually and by degrees transmogrified his own party into a slavering coven of increasingly socialistic Ron Burgundys. In short, if you put it on a prompter, they'll read it. And look, with desperate fucking fringe groups like the Justice Democrats quite literally printing want ads for prospective candidates in the last midterms, clearly, this is a quagmire we're destined to be dick deep in before fucking long. And look, I guess there's an upside here, which is, of course, you make a pretty speech or 17. The downside, of course, without proper editorial oversight, you get Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hosting stroke streams on Twitch, wherein she cautions against the perils of capitalism, all while assembling IKEA furniture. True story, folks. Or you get her clucking about innately flawed comparisons to immigrant holding centers and concentration camps in World War II on Twitter. And like most sentences including the phrase concentration camp and Chavez, it didn't end well for anyone. Quote, "For the shrieking Republicans who do not know the difference, concentration camps are not the same as death camps. Concentration camps are considered by experts as the mass detention of civilians without trial, and that's exactly what this administration is doing." Double fucking oof. Who the fuck is this woman's publicist? The Iraqi information minister? When not even Chuck Todd of CNN can marshal the wherewithal to defend your dipshittery, you know you've done a fecal faceplant. Now look, putting aside the tone, which comes across accurately or inaccurately as a curious conglomeration of almost defending concentration camps and flagrantly fucking lying about what an immigration detention facility actually is and does, you know, it's the strangest thing. But I don't recall any Jews sneaking into a concentration camp, being free to leave at any time, or receiving a fair fucking taxpayer-mandated trial thereafter. Apparently, silly me was reading the abridged history of World War fucking II, 6 gorillionth edition perhaps. As I already pointed out months ago in my immigration is ammunition rant, the entire narrative of these immigrant detention centers starts with an Arizona Republic stink piece from fucking years ago, replete with full fucking photo layouts of kids curled up under aluminum blankets and shit. The problem, of course, the piece detailing Donald Trump's glorified murder factory detention facilities actually dates back to the fucking Obama administration all the way back in the year of our Lemmy 2014. So egregious was the misrepresentation, even the agitprop Republic broke Bolshevik ranks and corrected their comrades when the story ran nationally and served as the impetus for an entire DNC narrative, at which point they were promptly and deliberately ignored, which they've remained to this day. Fuck, the policy of detainment rather than immediate deportation in its entirety dates back to 1981, and its overhaul requiring detention of adults separate and apart from their children dates back to Operation Streamline in 2005, a bipartisan establishment eyesore you can thank rhinos and Guevaras alike for fucking implementing. And of course I use the air quotes over the word children there to demarcate between actual families and, yeah, sure, that's my kid, and totally not a human meat shield to allow me to remain in the country because you pulled 19 bricks of cocaine out of my cock. Look, point being, this narrative has run roughshod for a fucking minute, and it all happens to be predicated on a proven falsehood. Look, I hate even mentioning this socialistic slag, because frankly, she's the fucking Sarkeesian of statism. And as I said at the outset of the Anita phenomenon, if you just ignored her ass, she'd ultimately starve to death on her own of either acute undeserved attention deficiency or the Joseph Stalin Slim Fast diet. She has no original arguments, and as this twitfit ably demonstrates, is a flawed emissary even of other people's ideas at fucking best, functioning as a Politburo by proxy for the true handlers handing the woman her fucking positions. I'm not saying the woman is a puppet, but at her last town hall she coughed up Corbin Trent's wristwatch, and that's putting aside just how fucking obviously astroturfed she is. I collapse along with rolling guffaws of explosive laughter every time they call this sea hag grassroots. Bitch has more handlers than Hillary on a Stairmaster. Ocasio-Cortez literally auditioned to run for Congress. Auditioned! Most public servants respond to the call of duty. This slag responded to the call of casting. It's abject hilarity hearing a woman who has at least 5 different Justice Democrat spokespeople buried to their shoulder blades in her shitter describe herself as any kind of boss.
'Cause you're not. 'Cause you're not. So until you do it, I'm the boss. How about that?
No, Princess, Tony Danza is the boss. You ain't the fucking floor supervisor. If fellow Justice Democrat cum election stealer extraordinaire Raul Grijalva told you to lick a toilet seat tomorrow, you'd be burping up Ebola chunks before brunch, and don't you goddamn deny it. But you, my friends, must fucking desist. Look, I get it. In an era of tepid takes and hot air, she makes a tempting target indeed. Between her middling attempts at meme craft and hourly utterances of the word problematic, dunking on Alex is like playing Twister with a quadriplegic. But every iota of unwarranted relevance she's accrued to date was thanks to our largesse. Look, I'm not saying don't engage her ass at all, but my point is, look, pick your targets. Think about it, bitches. She's an oblivious hipster broad with a bottomless bag of boomer tanks from a district the size of a snow pea. If you slapped her in a dunce cap, face to the fucking wall, and outright ignored her ass, she'd do her best impersonation of a communist feast and evaporate in the fucking wind. I'm Razor Ocasio Fist. God fucking speed.
She had a taste and she wants